Ding dong.
Instruction. So I don't know how that will look. I will give you guys updates as they come to me. So you guys want to get started? Let's have Bill take the lead on how to edit and change due dates. I'm going to mute myself. As always, you guys, please reach out to me through email. I'm happy to meet with you guys one-on-one at times for you to share your screen, and I can help you. Bill can help you. There's a lot of Canvas people out there that can help you, that sometimes having one-on-one and you guys sharing their screen or your screen with us helps us give you guys some of the tools you need. Okay, Bill, take it away.
All right, thanks, Kim. So I'm going to share my screen from Canvas, and this is going to be really simple, really easy. So hopefully everybody, at least maybe on another tab, maybe could be signed in and you can listen. Here's my dashboard. Signed in to Rapid Identity. I click Canvas, and I am now in all my courses. So I'm going to go to my Health and PE course. And so today we're talking about editing assignments as well as changing due dates. I'm actually going to start with changing the due dates and show you how easy this is. So on the left, I have a toolbar, and it says assignments. I click on it, and all my assignments will populate, and you'll be able to see my informal assignments, my formal assignments. If I kept scrolling down, you would see my midterms and final assessments or exams. So I'm here. I need to move my little box. Ugh. So I don't know if you can see it, but on the right, there's 3 dots. So I'm looking at my ICR and MEH appetizer number 5. I just want to make sure you can see it. It's underneath our pictures. There's 3 dots. I just click on it, and it gives me an edit option. So I'm just going to click edit, and then I have a pop-up box where it says due. Like this one was due February 14th. So I did this third quarter. If I wanted to change that date, I just click on the calendar, and I can move that date wherever I want. Hit done, and it changes the date. And then I can hit save. It's that simple. Let's look at, I can't move my box here. I want to find one that has a due date that's, because most of what is given to us has the end of term. Whoops, I went a little far for y'all on that. I'll try that again. So I'm looking at the ATOD flashcards. And again, I click the 3 dots. I hit edit, and you see it says June 12th. Hit the clock or the calendar. I'm going to scroll backwards for my month. Let's say we can't do any new learning yet. So I want to choose, this is the first assignment of the 4th quarter. I'd hit March or 30th and hit done. Changes that. I can sync it to PowerSchool from there. There's the points. Now the next option. So before I hit save, I would actually like to go edit this assignment. If I wanted to edit the assignment, I can hit more options. It brings up the assignment itself. And now I can edit from here. I can change how I would like to, like maybe I have a Google Doc. I can do an external tool, which go to find. And there's my Google Doc. So I can make a Google Doc if I needed to. But we're doing online stuff. And so you see where Kim has populated this text entry website. So if I need to change that, I could. I want to make sure that it's synced to PowerSchool. And there you can see that the date's been changed. And always make sure that you hit save. And you've edited that assignment. So that's one way that you can edit an assignment. Another way, if you wanted to change it, is obviously you can click on the assignment itself. So again, I click on assignments. I find an assignment that needs a date to be edited. So let's look at ATOD appetizer number 4. I click on it to open the assignment. There we go. And so it comes up, but I have to go and hit edit.
Bill, would it be helpful to use the physical education one that you can change and edit a lot of the content, because the health is locked content? I'm not sure, because I think a lot of, I'm looking at some of the PE teachers on board, I think it's a lot using that middle school or high school PE course that they've imported. I'm not sure.
I will look. I'm not sure I've even imported it yet, because let me look.
And again, you don't have to import it. It was just an option for people to use as a PE Canvas course.
Right. I'll look and see if I have it. I don't think I've downloaded
That's
it
what
yet.
I was speaking with you earlier about.
Oh yeah, so
okay.
that's in Commons. Yeah, I was wondering what, okay, so yeah, that's in Commons. He was asking that question before, and yeah, I have not uploaded it yet, because
Let's show me your dashboard, Bill, because that might be easier to see which course, and you may want to remove that overlay in the top 3 thing, because that's why yours is a little blurry. If you hit those 3 buttons on the very top next to, on the right hand side of dashboard, you could get rid of that overlay. Go on the right.
oh.
And then up on the top, those top 3. Right, you can't see it. That's okay. I can't share my screen because you got it. Let's see, go to that very last. Do you have just a PE health one, or I mean just a PE one or a health one, Bill?
So this is my health and PE course for my 9th graders, and then this is these 2 are my electives.
Yeah, because you've already created Canvas courses for that. So you don't need to import it all.
No, I don't.
Yes, go into
But
Lifetime
I know
Sports.
how, I mean, I can show them how. What do you want?
Yeah, because we did go into Lifetime Sports, because the health part is content locked. So let's just go into Lifetime Sports. And a lot of them already imported yesterday. If not, that's something I could show you later, because today let's stick to changing and editing due dates. And I sent out that recording from yesterday as well.
So you can see, well, this is my Lifetime Sports. If I needed, again, it's all the same. If I needed to edit, I can click on the assignment. Well, that doesn't look good. I import my stuff from year to year. Okay, so this actually might not be, that's why it didn't come up, it's closed. Let's look at February 7th. Ooh, still not coming up. Kind of embarrassing, huh? What was I doing last? Oh, there we go.
And Bill, Ashley Yusa can share her screen too with you, because she imported some of the stuff. So she's online as well to provide support.
How do I get rid of this on the right? That's my problem. Everybody's on the right. I don't want them on the right. There we go. So from here, if I'm editing my assignments, you see that it has a text box for directions. I would definitely, if you're doing online, you need to make sure that your directions are a step-by-step, extremely clear directions. I put all my directions on my Google Documents, and then I'll copy and paste them into my directions. You can see I can change the date. So if this is February 7th, and I want to move it to March 30th. And Kim, I just got a text that the news just said that we will be able to go to New Learning on Monday. You might see if they can verify that while we're still on. I don't know why the news.
Where'd you get that text? Yeah, the news.
Our,
They're just reporting from the school board meeting from last night.
yeah,
The
our
intention
tech
is,
facilitator.
yeah, so there are saying that. Like I said, we are getting prepared to go to New Learning on Monday, but like I shared with everybody, that is fluid, could change again. So I know right now that a lot of students don't have Wi-Fi, and I know a lot that we have been waiting for 6,000 hotspots to distribute to kids. So we're worrying about those that don't have access. It's starting on Monday, but as right now, it's an all go for Monday unless you're told otherwise. And Bill, when you're done, let Ashley Usick also share her screen so that people can see very similar screens, because they've imported their stuff from the Canvas course to kind of make it like they can relate better to see her screen.
Yeah, I am looking for her.
You just got to unshare your screen to allow her to share.
All right, Ashley, let's see.
Just go unshare on the bottom.
I did. All right, so Ashley, I should have just made you a host, and then.
You don't need to make her a host. You just need to unshare your screen.
Yeah, but by making her a host, now she has control too. So, all right, Ashley.
Okay, there was a question in the chat that somebody said about importing from yesterday. We did go over it yesterday, but I will quickly recap to review. This is a middle school course. I know a lot of us might have high school, middle school, but it will pop up and populate. I'm a little fancy when it comes to buttons and stuff, so it may look a little different. So mine are orange, yours are gonna pop up blue because that's how Kim has it set up. So if you pop up questions in the chat, Kim will stop me to slow me down or something. But to import, you are going to go to your set, you're going to go to the top right, and you're going to import from Commons. So it's this nice little button under your publish and unpublish, and you're going to go import from Commons. And it should go, you can search by title. I find it easier to search it by Kim's name. And it will pop open all of Kim's choices that she has created. So you got your courses, middle school online PE, you got your high school online PE. Kim is doing an elementary school PE. And then there's a sports med one, but I did middle school, so if you click on your course, it will show you what's involved in there. And then you're going to import and download it into your course. So I'm not going to click it because I've already done it into my course, but that's the button you're going to press to get it into your course. Are there any questions to this point?
Nope, that looks good. And, you know, I guess just reiterate about the, you know, editing, because you obviously edited the homepage and other pages, which everybody has the opportunity to do that. Somebody did put in the chat, how do you create a different PE course? I would not suggest creating a brand new course. Just use the index card that is already loaded onto your dashboard that is synced to your PowerSchool course that you are teaching. You should automatically have an index card on your dashboard for every course you have been assigned to in PowerSchool. And within that index card, that course that's already loaded. It may just be a just blank colored index card. That's where you're going to be creating that content if you need to. But we can go over that one-on-one on how to create that content, but how you're actually creating the content is doing exactly what Ashley and Bill are stating, is editing pages and putting in, changing due dates and putting in assignments. And basically editing pages is you're creating assignments, you're creating announcements, you're creating discussion boards, you're creating those kinds of things.
And then once it imports over, it may take a few minutes, it may take a half hour, depending on how many people are on Canvas, how much is coming over. It depends on the day. It could take 2 minutes. But when you get through, you're going to click on modules. When you click on modules, and you go the whole way down to the bottom, because the hell's your PE stuff will show up. It will be week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, the whole way to 6. When it comes over, everything will be published with green check marks. I suggest you unpublish it because the kids can see everything with a green check mark. And you don't want them working on anything yet because we're not in new content yet. It's just about checking them in, letting them have fun, and going out and play. So that's the PE work coming over. When you click on it, you can see that goes. And you can read the directions, make a copy, blah, blah, blah. You got your points. And if you need to edit it yourself, to be 50 points, you can also change it in points. Assignment groups, if you're doing it for grades, which grades and Power Schools tomorrow, you can change the assignment group there, points, how you want it turned in, etc. Due date, and then you save it. Are there any questions pertaining to importing, changing due dates? Can you start over?
Ashley, can you show them that little checkbox, how to sync to PowerSchool in that settings? For those who jumped on late, don't worry, this is recorded and we're not going to be able to start completely over from the very beginning. If you wrote, start over, just be more specific what you need help in, and maybe we can do it from there. But remember, you can reach out to Bill Bodie, Ashley Usick, Sean Kendall, I'm putting your name out there, Allison Pierce, Jennifer McVickers. I'm just naming some few that have reached out to me, and there's tons more, especially if you've been teaching health. You are already pretty much aware of some of the Canvas tools because we've launched that district health course for the last 2 years for middle school and high school. But like I said, sometimes it helps just having one-on-one too, where people can help you as well. So show them, Ashley, that little box where you check sync to PowerSchool, because that will drive people nuts if that's not checked and their grades are not going through. And again, tomorrow is about how to sync PowerSchool and Canvas together, but show them in that settings.
If you go to sync, to make sure it's syncing, if you go assignments, the easiest way is to go assignments, and it gives you a whole list of your assignments, and you make sure there's no boxes next to it. That means in the assignment, it's not checked to sync to PowerSchool. So let's go down to a PE one, because maybe not a PE assignment. We'll just pick the bell ringer. All your assignments, if you go edit, you got to make sure it syncs this assignment when grades are syncing to your schools. information system. Make sure the due date is within the quarter. And I think the fourth quarter, and I'll put the fifth because I know that's within the fourth quarter. And then it has to fall informal or formal, and then click save. You have to make sure that little button is checked on your assignments. And then the double check, it should pop up now. You put me on the spot, Kim. 404. Maybe not.
Just hit one of those, go to that
So
physical
if you
activity
want to
log.
put it back on mine, I can show that. Ashley,
Yeah,
if you-
because I haven't did any grades to gradebook yet because it's not going to show.
yeah, I haven't. If you just want to put me back on, I'll quickly show that.
There you go.
Thanks. Share. So what Ashley was saying is when you're on assignments, you want to be able to see. So this black circle with an X means it's not synced to PowerSchool. And you might get an error message because it doesn't have a due date. That's the good thing I like about Canvas. It will always tell you how you screwed up. So you see my error date. So I would have to go in and I would need to edit this document. So I'd click on it, I would hit edit, and I would scroll down to make sure that I had a due date. So let's say my due date is Friday. I need to go undo that. And then it's there. I can click the box there if I want, which I should. And then I hit save. And now when we go back to assignments and we want to look at this badminton check-in, you're going to see what it looks like. So now it has a little green circle with a check in it, which means it's going to go to PowerSchool. And you are set to go with that assignment. And Kim, we had another question about how to import assignments that you do in one class to another. Is that another day, or do you want me to quickly show that?
Definitely do it today. Sorry, I'm unmuting and muting. So if you give
Yeah,
me a
that's
thumbs up, that's going with it. Yeah, go for it. Because I
Okay.
think if people start doing things, let's say you import that health and PE or that health or that PE course into one of your courses, and you want to just then do all that work in that one course and then move it into your 2 other courses or 3 other courses, I think that's really important. So that is coming up. Yes, so go for it, Bill, please.
All right, so just to give you an idea what I'm doing, I'm trying to make everything streamlined. Kind of what Ashley said, I want my kids to go out and play. I want to connect with them. So I've created a homepage of what I need them to do, very specific of what's happening in my classes this week. And so as you can see, I'm doing this in all my classes. Well, I don't want to have to recreate this for all of them, and I don't want to copy and paste. So how can I take this page right here and move it or copy it to, I have 3 other classes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down to settings. I click settings. This is kind of the infrastructure of my class, but over to the right, it says import course content. I'm going to click on it. So it says import content, content type, select one. It's a drop-down menu. I want to copy a Canvas course. Well, what course do I want to copy? I want to copy from a class that I've already gotten from, right? So I want to move this. I want to get that screen from intermediate strength training. Okay, so I choose the class I want to copy it from. I don't want all of it. I usually will only use all content when I'm going from one class year to another class year. So I'm not doing that. I want to select specific content and I want to hit import. it's going to ask me to select the content. Click on that. And this is everything that I have. Well, that was a page. So I'm going to click on the page, and you see all the pages that I have. Let's say I wanted to, I'm moving over the weekly agenda, which is probably going to be at the bottom. Oh, I don't know where it's at. Oh, duh. Week 1 PE at home, or week 2 PE at home. I'm going to click on it, select content. And as you can see, it's going to be running. And then I have a kind of a fill bar that will tell me that when it's done. So we just wait here a second. It will fill. And once it fills, I can go find that content. Although it's going to be a copy of something I've already done. And I can do this for all my courses. Unfortunately, I have to do them one at a time. And it says it has an issue. I always click the issue, see what it is. It's a missing link, which I'll show you what that is in a second. But I'll go to pages, view all pages. And I'll scroll down until I find it, which there it is. And bam, I've now copied from one class to another. It's really, and so you know, some of you obviously have 3 classes. So if I wanted to do this for the next class, I click over my courses. I want to move it to my lifetime sports class. I click on the class. I go to settings, and I go to import content. I get it from the class I've already got it from. So this is a little bit quicker, but it's just a review. Select a course. I got it from my health and PE. Select content, import, select content again. It's a page, week P2 at home. Click on it, select. It's that fast. And it's just like a skill. Once you do it more and more, it's very simple to do. All right.
That's awesome. I never even knew that we could do that just for that one specific thing. But for bare minimum bones, remember, you can just import that PE course, publish, unpublish, change due dates, and simply just edit some of those pages if you want to add your own content and images and so forth. Something that was brought up today that I reached out to Ashley, I reached out to you. I love how you guys, Bill, that you had like announcements on your homepage every day. You know how we have to do check-ins with kids? Can you show how you do a daily announcement on your homepage?
So I typically don't do announcements on my homepage because announcements is over here on the left, and announcements can't be linked to, unfortunately, they can't be linked to a homepage. I'll show you what it looks. Oh no. Really?
Yeah, but you could put it in the settings for it to show up on your front page.
Oh, can you?
Yeah, because
go ahead.
Because like for my daughter, who she's just going to open up her computer, she's going to just see what is the daily announcement from the teacher.
Oh,
if she doesn't
my
see
daily
it
agenda,
front,
my weekly agenda. Okay, I got you.
Well, announcement or agenda. You did agenda because you edited the page, but you could do an announcement for it to show up on your homepage.
You can.
That is going to be, and my daughter's kind of like in the middle of the road type of kid academically. So if it bypasses her. She's kind of like a test for me. If it's right there in front of her on her announcement, she'll pay attention to it. If
And
it's
so that's
not,
what I do. Yeah. So you're right. I do an agenda, but if you want to choose your homepage, so if you're looking here, choose your homepage, this is probably where she gets it from. And you can choose what your homepage looks like as soon as your kids open up your course. It could be the course activity stream, which is basically what they should be doing. It can be course modules. It can be an assignment list, and it can be the syllabus. So yeah, there are several ways to put that. As far as
yeah,
announcements,
but if you go into settings, Bill, go all the way down. Oh, go on your board. Go to settings. Go all the way down to your settings. Go more options. Nope, all the way down.
more options.
Hit more options. Then keep going. See that little box that says show recent announcements on course homepage? If you click that little box, your announcements that you put in your announcements will show up on your homepage. It's fantastic. And then you have the
'cause I
able to,
actually sent
there it
one.
is, email check. Yeah, there
Yeah.
it is. So that's where, if you have to be required to do daily check-ins, it's right there, you guys. You can use it as a daily check-in. So it's just that little button in settings, and it shows up right on your homepage, and it's really easy for kids.
All right, so I did that kind of fast. I'm gonna walk through that one again because I just learned something new. Because like I said, I put all my stuff like right there because I want them to see exactly what they're doing. So what Kim is talking about is you're gonna hit settings, left toolbar. And remember, this is the infrastructure. This is you telling the computer what you want it to do. So you're going to scroll all the way down where it says more options. And then there is a little box. Let's see if I can highlight it. Yeah. Show recent announcements. And then again, make sure that you hit update. And so what it would look like is, actually I did this the Friday before they canceled school. We're just checking to make sure every kid knew how to get into emails from Canvas. And so that's the announcement that I wrote them. And I think I'm gonna get in the habit of doing more because it's faster than sending a bunch of emails out. Kim, another thing that I'm finding that's really helping for all the other teachers out there is kids can get the Canvas student app and they get alerts a lot faster. I'm noticing that my kids that are more engaged in all my stuff, they have the phone app. I don't know why, but they seem to be doing a little bit more work. They're more communication with me, and faster communication with me. So if you have older kids, middle school, high school that have smartphones, really encourage them. Maybe put an announcement. Hey, get instant alerts. Put the Canvas app on your phone.
Yeah, so the district is creating a student online learning portal. And on that online learning portal, they have the instructions on how to do that. So for us, let's worry about our Canvas pages instead of just worrying about them downloading apps and so forth, because that would overwhelm some parents right now. So let them navigate through that, through the student learning portal. I think right now, let's worry about our content so that we're ready to go. And then when all those tools are, but I do agree with you, like my daughter will use Google Drive, she'll use PowerSchool all through this phone. And I'm like, use your laptop. She's like, no, she likes it here.
Yeah.
So it's just just an option.
So what else would you like to show? Or are there any other questions that people may have?
How about emailing all your students? So can you email all your kids with one email, all 3, 4, 5 courses that you teach?
I cannot.
Okay.
For some reason, so with this is the email function. So on the far left, you have a toolbar, your dashboard, your courses, your calendar. Here's your inbox. And when you click on your inbox, here's your compose. And when you hit compose message, you can send them to a whole class, but not all of them. Yeah, I have played with this and played with this to try to figure out to send like a blanket email to everybody. And so my workaround is, let's say I want to send it to my health and PE kids. I click on it. That's just the course. I still have to go to my contact. You see another drop-down menu. I can send it to everybody that's associated with the course. I can send it to some teachers. I can send it to students, observers. So I want everybody to get it. So you make sure you populate the to field, subject. Let's say it's a check-in. And then I email everybody.
And even though the email will probably populate a certain date and time, I would actually, for your documentation, you guys, so copy and paste, so create an email, then copy and paste it and create that email on all your other courses.
And so,
Be
yeah,
specific.
that's exactly what I do. I'm going to create this big old email. I'm going to highlight it, Control C or Command C if you're on a Mac, and then I send it. And then I'll go back to my inbox. I'll compose. I just select the next course. Again, I still have to hit my contacts. I want everybody in there. Subject, check-in, Control V, send. Just to make, yeah, and yeah, I have looked for, I kind of wish Canvas would give us the opportunity to hit all our classes, but you can only do one class at a time. But if it's only 3 classes, 4 classes, it's a pretty simple task.
And again, like just for, I'm not saying you have to do this, but maybe if they're using Canvas to create those analytics, whether you're working and checking in, if you're specific in your email, checking in on you on Tuesday, March 27th, or whatever the date is, hope you're doing well, then if you have one of those every day, even though you could pull it up in your emails, just have a little, like just be sure that you got your back on that. Yeah. Just in case.
Document everything. That's why I have my pages the way I have. My Zoom meetings, I keep a record of those. My emails, I'm keeping a record of those. I'm almost probably over documenting, but I would rather make sure that if a parent says, well, Mr. Bodie is not communicating with my child, I actually have 3 ways that I can show them that I have tried to communicate. So definitely a time where we've really got to dot our I's and cross our T's. All right, do we have any other questions, Kim?
Sorry, I got to unmute. Will you just go over one more time on how to create an announcement from scratch? From scratch, not one that you've already created that, just one more time for people.
So if I want to create an announcement, so I'm on a dashboard, I choose the class that I want to make an announcement for. And again, announcements are right here on the left toolbar, and I click announcement. You can see what I've done before. So there's a blue button, top right-hand corner with a plus sign. It's plus sign. And it basically opens up a text box. I can insert links. I can insert assignments. So like maybe I wanted to show somebody, hey, I need you to do, I think my kids today did an outdoor scavenger hunt. So I would find it. It's all the way at the bottom because it starts with an O. Let's say I want to do the appetizer. It links right in. Again, clear, simple directions. And if you teach this class more than once, it'll go to all sections, which is good. You can delay when you post. There's several things you can do here. I typically don't hit anything, and then I hit save. Which, as we just changed in the settings, that should show up in our home page. We'll see. Yep, sure did. And so kids, when they opened up the home page, they would see, I've got to do the ATOD appetizer #1 today. And they would be able to open it just like we did. And I want to delete that because I don't want my kids to see that. Because then they'll think, we already did that. All right. Okay. Kim, do you see any other questions? I'm off of the chat.
Let me check. Can you said one? I'm going back with some of those. Again, one of the most common questions, and this is nothing that Ashley, myself, Bill, anybody can actually, we could provide the information, but we just can't control this. If you do not see index cards of your courses, that means that you have not been assigned as the teacher on record in PowerSchool. Because every year, every semester, you're going to have automatically index cards loaded on your Canvas dashboard that have been assigned to you in PowerSchool. So if you don't see some index cards, basically it's not been assigned to you. It's a PowerSchool scheduler issue. But I would really caution PowerSchool changing things up right now. So basically what is loaded on your dashboard is basically the courses you're responsible for, is my guidance I would provide to you. There's nothing you can do to add. Just stick with those courses that have been assigned to you and to be communicating with those, even just through the recent announcements. Elementary, you know that how you're scheduled, you may not even have any index cards because you don't have courses assigned to you in PowerSchool, because you see every kid in the entire school once every 6, 7, 8 days sometimes. Some of you have some courses loaded because PowerSchool or your principal wanted a few of the courses loaded. I'm not sure why, but it happened, and that's the way they decided it. So that's why I created that elementary online course for you guys to put in there. If a course, if you got 45, 46 classes assigned to you in elementary, then you're going to have to import that course into all those index cards. If you're required to do daily check-ins with your kids, you could do that through those announcements. Obviously, there's a lot of differences in our roles in elementary versus secondary, because elementary, again, you have so many kids and you don't see them as often, and we do not grade in elementary. So, that is the biggest thing, is how do elementary teachers do check-ins with your kids? I suggest is working with your principal to see what is my role to help kids just stay active and move every day. It may be just sending links to classroom teachers to put onto their Canvas pages. And remember, Canvas digital tools are 4th grade through 12th grade. So that K3 piece, I'm not quite sure how that's going to look. My opinion, let kids build forts, let them play, go outside, let a kid be a kid. But that accountability piece for teachers to get paid, if that's going to go down that road, then maybe it's just making sure that you're checking in and sending a message and blasting out to your classroom teachers. Just send a little message to their students in their class through you. I don't know. So K3 is a little iffy because they only have, basically packets right now.
All right, so I saw a couple of questions about announcements. One, how do you delete announcements? So when I click on announcements, the 3 dots on the far right is a box. We'll open up a pop-up box and I can delete them there. Another question was, well, how can I only get maybe one announcement to show at a time? So I'm going to click on settings. I'm going to go back down to that more options. And it says number of announcements shown in the home page. I can adjust that number, right? So I'm going to keep it at 3. And I always update or save. And that's how we change or delete announcements. I'm seeing some more questions. So let's, come on. Oh, stop share. More questions. All right, I got that one.
I can answer the one that Robin said that she doesn't have fourth quarter high school courses assigned to her. Will that impact accountability? I believe you have some courses assigned to you in Canvas. I would just, again, communicate with your teacher leader, your principal, on issues similar to yours, Robin. Again, remember, always fault to your principal in those kind of odd questions.
Okay, I think we've hit at least all the questions that I think that I see.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you so much, you guys. Please put in any questions you have right now. Bill Bodie, I think your email is actually William Bodie, B-O-D-E.
Yeah.
Ashley Yusick, Y-E-W-C-I-C. I will follow up with an email with maybe just some Canvas support people to have, one-on-one conversations with if you need to. Let's see what else. In the text box for those who are here, anything else that you need from us? Tomorrow we're going to do the how to sync, do the Canvas pushback for grades to sync with PowerSchool. Friday, we're opening it up to drop-in Zoom meetings where it's just purely drop-in as your leisure from, I believe it's 10 to 11 and then 12 to 1. You don't have to stop for the whole time. You just drop in and ask a question, and I'll be on there. I think Ashley's going to be on there. Bill, I'm not sure if you're going to be on there, but that'd be great.
If you want me to be, I can be. No problem.
That'd be awesome. So, I mean, again, just dropping in would be awesome. Oop, I don't know. My husband and I have different workplaces right now. I don't know why that's soup. That's cancel. It's his old iPhone that's still ringing. So it's just a pure drop-in to ask just any question that you have, and then you can sometimes share your screen that we can help you out with, because it helps when we see your screen. Anything in the chat box that you guys need us to cover? Awesome. And you could tell, like, Bill and Ashley, they put a lot of meat to their Canvas courses. They added a lot of stuff and links and so forth. You will get there. Again, I don't want you to feel overwhelmed by seeing all the buttons and announcements and colors and all this stuff. You will get there. But if you're just starting out, learning how to import, learning how to change due dates, how to edit just a few things, you're going to be fine. And I think that announcement page, adding an announcement is going to be really critical too. And you guys know how to do that. So if you know how to import, edit, change due dates, do an announcement, you're going to be fine. You really, really, really are. And once you start playing around with this, like Bill said, you are going to start loving these tools. A lot of people were like, I'm not going away from Google Classroom. I love Google Classroom. Until you start using Canvas, you're going to say bye-bye to Google Classroom.
That's exactly right. I was Google Classroom when it first came out, and I loved it. And then I thought, well, Canvas, oh, it'll come and go like everything else. But, the district backed it, and I don't think it's going anywhere. And it has so many more capabilities, syncing abilities. So, yeah, I think somebody posted right at the beginning that they did the Canvas challenge. For a credit, it is phenomenal. No, you cannot import Google Classroom into Canvas, unfortunately, but you can import your Google Docs, Google Slides, Google Sheets into Canvas. Like I said, I'm purely Google, but it all works with Canvas, and I can move in my digital worksheets, digital assignments, all from there. So yeah, Kim, I think once you figure out Canvas, man, it's a time saver. Who doesn't want to save time?
So to take the Canvas challenge, you guys, I'm going to just share my screen real quick. There's a really quick button. Come on, let's go. Share screen. Okay, don't make fun of me of all my little folders that are opened. Okay, I'm gonna go into here. Oops, let me go to my dashboard just to get rid of this. My dashboard's different than yours, obviously. If you go into teacher resources down here, this little folder, here is where you could go distance learning Canvas guide. You could take the Canvas challenge. Let me minimize all you guys. Canvas grade pass back to Power School. This little CMS teacher resources could be a lifesaver for you guys as well.
Hey, Kim,
okay. Yeah.
Somebody even asked, how can you create your own PE course? So I
Yeah.
know you tell people not to, and I wouldn't, but if you take the Canvas challenge, I would create a sandbox course.
Right here.
So you can practice. That's a great place to practice.
That's right here on the CMS
yeah,
teacher resources.
Yeah,
This create a sandbox.
I wouldn't publish it to anybody or invite anybody. That's like, it's like it says, it's a sandbox. It's a place to play and not have to worry about, messing anything up. Your index card that's sent in by the district, you don't really want to play on that. So that sandbox is a great place to play when you've done the Canvas challenge.
Plus, if you create a course, your kids are not automatically loaded onto that course.
Yeah, they won't be.
Your kids are automatically loaded into your already loaded index cards. So if you simply just publish that course, it goes out to all your kids on your roster. So if you create your own course, you're adding one kid at a time. So already use the index cards that are loaded, edit, change, import course from the Canvas Commons if you choose. A lot of you actually imported the course that I created for the online PE and used that as a template, but then changed a lot of the stuff. I don't like that image. I want to change a new image. Some of the dance teachers are using that course and moving it in and just changing into dance content, but they use that template. So that's a little helpful. So I'm going to stop my share. There we go. So before we get off, any other questions, you guys? Oh, Brett, well done. If you sign up, well done. If you sign up for the Canvas challenge, be sure to also make sure that you're signed up in My Talent for that CEU credits. So just be aware of that, especially for those who are renewing their license this year. And take a look at that memo that I sent out in an email last night. And please, you guys, even if I send something out at night, I don't expect you guys to read it. It just helps me control my next day that I'm like, phew, I sent that out. So we're all going to be at flexible work hours here and there. Sometimes I email at 8 o'clock at night. I don't expect you to be online at that time. I am your support person, not your administrator, and I'm here for you guys if you need anything. So, but great idea, Brett, about you take it, but also make sure it shows up on My Talent. And I think there's over like 2,000 plus teachers that just signed up for Canvas Challenge in the last few days. They announced at last night's school board meeting. I know, right?
We've only been doing this for 3 years, but hey.
Well, the problem with, we've only strongly encouraged things.
Yeah, that's true.
So, using those terms strongly encouraged, then it doesn't really take a tough stance. But everything I've been reading, I just keep seeing where if we don't take a stance and saying Canvas is going to be the way that we're going to provide analytics for employee salaries, tracking what we're doing, I'm not sure. I would hate for you guys to wake up on Monday and saying, you got to have a Canvas course. It could be possible. Sure.
Yeah.
So take these few days and, reach out to Bill, Ashley, myself, and we'll help you guys out any way you can. But you guys are already ahead of so many people out there. So relax, go for a walk, run, do movement, practice what we preach. I worry about you guys actually in these times right now, especially the 21 days of isolation. I worry about myself actually. So having that self-care is equally as important as providing that care for your students. and doing the support for your school. You can't help others until you help yourself. So please, do that first and foremost. And if you need to vent, if you need to talk, I will give you guys my cell phone number anytime you need it. Email me, I'll give it out. Sometimes we don't put things in email. We just want to talk. So I'm going to be here for you guys if you need anything, okay? And Bill, thank you. Ashley, thank you for sharing your screens. And it's funny, you see where Ashley does some things, I do some things, Bill does things just a little bit differently, but it's still the same outcome. So it's like, so there's so many different ways to kind of edit and hover and link and do those things. Find your way.
It's what works best for your kids.
Mm-hmm.
Find out what works best for your kids and you, and man, you just will rock and roll.
Yeah. What a great way in the future for subplans too, you guys. I mean, thinking ahead on how now it's going to even change the way that you teach when we do go face-to-face. How cool is that? So after we get through all this, like I shared before, my biggest back burner issue is I want to give a lot of PD professional growth to you guys during this time. So I'll be in touch with that as well. So I think at the end, when we finish the finish line, we cross the finish line, that we're going to be celebrating, rejoicing, and we're just going to be better, stronger, and more united as a team.
All right.
You guys good?
So I don't see any more questions.
Awesome. This is great. Thank you.
Hi guys. I'm sorry. I posted a question to the right. How is everyone doing today? I uploaded the PE course, but before I could unpublish it, I had some great kids. They want to be doing work, but they uploaded assignments before I could unpublish it. So is there a way for me to delete their work? Because I can't unpublish it with student submissions.
No.
Yeah,
No.
I was gonna say, I don't think so.
I had students do the same thing. You just let it sit in the assignment, and when you get to it, or we can do it, just remember they did it and unpublish it for everybody else. And just let it sit there. They don't know any better or any different.
Yeah.
They're not going to ask you about it.
Right. They're just eager to get stuff done, but I was just wondering. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, remember, like, nothing's graded right now. So even if they did it, just, put it as supplement. And again, that's huge, you guys. There's so many things floating around, even in central office. What is going to happen? What's not going to happen on Monday? Let's just, unless we're otherwise told, right now we are going new learning, grading, assessment on Monday, but not today, not tomorrow. So until you're told otherwise, let's go with that message. I don't give you guys anything until it's definitive, unless I say, here are the notes from the school board meeting. We're still waiting from DPI. We're still waiting from the state. Again, we need the state to tell us that we can go live on Monday.
Kim, I think Debbie had a question about linking a generic link. If you come on Friday to our coffee hour, we'll help you rename links and activity logs and how to link things differently on your Canvas, because that takes a hot minute to do.
Yeah, I said that'll take a second.
Or if you want to stay on or email me, I can help you this afternoon and we can set up a one-on-one time if you want to get ahead of the game this week. But that's another option if you can't wait till Friday about the link. But that's the only other question I think we missed.
Perfect.
She said she emailed you.
Yep. And I think, Debbie, what you want to do is, because it's already linked, that physical activity link, you just want to rename it. That means going into the editing and just renaming it. You could actually delete it, but then you're going to delete the link. So make sure you save the link first. But we'll email you and reach out to us. All right, you guys, enjoy your lunch. Tomorrow is syncing the grades, and I can't show you that because I have no kids under my name. So that's really going to have to rely on Ashley and Bill to show you guys how to sync that to your Power School, because I cannot show you from my screen.
I'll be there.
Awesome, you guys. 12 o'clock tomorrow. See you guys. And then Bill, you'll give me that recording of the video and we'll send that out. Okay?
Yeah. All right.
Awesome, you guys. Bye.